Yo, what's up guys? Back at it again. That Molten Boy Lower Class Vlogs coming at you. Give you updates on the GS, let you guys know what we've been doing, what we've done. Got a lot of new parts in, and we got a lot of parts on the way. We've got a lot of mods that we're going to be doing to it, trying to get it ready. Got a lot of shows coming up, a lot of good meets, events, stuff like that we're going to try to make if we can. If not, worst case, it'll be done when it's done. You can't really rush things sometimes, but we are going to try to make it happen. For better notes, we have installed a lot of new parts. We have torn a lot of things apart, a lot of things down. So it is getting kind of messy in the same sense. You gotta get dirty to get clean. So stick around and we'll definitely go over that.
Success, I just wanna be the best that I could ever be, just the very best of me. And now I know I'm blessed when I'm looking at my kid. Just wait until you see.
Alright guys, so as I was saying, we've done a lot of work. We've installed a lot of parts. We've done a lot to it since the last time that I went over it. As I said before, I don't get to post as much as I want to, but I am trying to keep you guys updated. I will be trying to post more videos of me being active inside the car, doing things to the car. Just stick with me. It is kind of hard sometimes with time. When you do get the time, you kind of just jump at the opportunity to do so. You know, having kids, trying to do family things, and fit in building the car sometimes can get, you know, like I said, when you get the time, you kind of just jump at the opportunity, and the first thing you think of is like, I need to get it done as fast as possible, not, hey, let me grab my camera and record everything so everybody can see. But for everybody sticking along with me, I am trying to keep you guys updated, and I will be trying to make more videos as this stuff's happening so you guys can kind of follow along a little better. As you can see, it's a beautiful day out today. It's supposed to get to 105 degrees, which is pretty hot for around here. It's not been that hot in a long time. But yesterday, we got a bunch of parts in, and today, we still have a lot coming. But yesterday, I ended up getting the rest of what I needed for our sound system in. I did receive the head unit, and I was going to start on it today, wiring up everything, trying to get it all plugged in and working and stuff. And the head unit that I received is actually broken, or something is wrong with it internally, to where when I wire it up, it gets extremely hot and the screen kind of just doesn't work. It'll pop up like a welcome sign, and then it'll cut off, and it just keeps doing that over and over and over. We did end up getting our lip, which I know a lot of people are going to try to bash or say something negative because I did go with a cheaper lip, but it's for the simple fact that I built a lot of lowered cars, and every lowered car I've ever put a lip on, I've blasted. So I'm not the type of person that's going to spend $300-600 on a lip that's just probably going to get boosted off down the road or something like that. I'd rather spend $60-70 6 times and get not even close to that amount in comparison to paying for a $300 lip, $300 splitter, da-da-da-da-da. It's just not worth it to me. I'm sorry. I know other people see it differently, but that's just how it is. So let's go over some of the things I did yesterday and kind of just break down actually within the last couple days what I've done to the car that's different since the last time we talked. Alright, so first things first, one of the biggest things that I did want to get done was get the tint off the front windshield. When I got the car from the guy, all the windows were tinted this same color, in which it doesn't look bad. It actually makes the car pop a little bit, I think. Definitely makes it look a lot better. You can't really see through it at all. I'm sure you guys can see. It's more of like a mirror. But with the combination of like the headlights and the tint plus the banner that I've ordered, it was just a really hard to say, but was a really bad decision to leave it on the windshield. My eyesight's really not that good or 100%. Like, I'm not no 20/20 kind of person. So with having just like the halos and the LEDs that shine bright but aren't like bright when it came to tint, and the tint on the windshield made it extremely hard for you to see at night when you're driving. Plus, with everything we've done interior wise and that we plan on doing, kind of makes sense to have that open and clear where people can see through, because I feel like that's what it's for, to show, so you can, see the knot, see the, seats, interior, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, it just kind of fits that a little better, I think. The next thing we did was we went ahead and tore out the fender wells. Now, I know a lot of people are probably going to give me a bunch of crap for this one too. I understand. It's made to look good. It's supposed to look like luxury. I get it, but I'm still a ratty JDM kind of guy at heart. And if I've got to do something to make it work, I'm going to do it. I was getting a lot of rub. These were already like pretty much destroyed before I took them off, where they had just been rolling on it before I owned it. So, I mean, regardless of the fact we would probably have to end up replacing them anyway. That was a job in itself. I'm wishing I would have done all this before I lowered the car, but I didn't. So we're dealing with it as we go, which I'm sure everybody knows. Like, when you have a lowered car, you can't fit a jack underneath. Makes it stupid hard. And so pretty much wood blocks, pull it up on wood blocks, scissor jack, get it high enough to get your floor jack under it, floor jack, lift it up, take your wheel off, do whatever you need to do. Same process for like if you're lowering it, raising it, blah, 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 blah. And that's what it's pretty much taking me so long to get the ride height like equal and adjusted and just where I need it to be, is because it takes so much to do each side and each corner by yourself. I try to get a lot of friends and stuff like that to come over and help, but it's kind of hard for them too, because a lot of my friends that build cars and stuff, same situation. They have kids, they have families. It's just hard to make time, and when they do have time, they're wanting to work on their own cars, and I'm sure everybody understands. But one of the other things that we ended up doing was lace painting our taillights. Now, this is not professional. This is just by me. I did this myself. I just went to our local fabric store, picked up some lace, and I painted it. Originally, I picked up some smoked plastic dip because the part store that I went to didn't have the VHL, so I actually didn't get to purchase it. But the guy that I was talking to was like, yeah, this works really good, should have the same outcome. Got home, taped everything up, and it didn't go as planned. It actually left, like after 3 coats, it left a real clearish, I don't know, like just like clear, smoky looking pattern. Yeah, it looked like shit is what it means. Like I said, I went over it 3 times, 3 passes, let it set, peeled the lacing, and that's what was left. And I was actually kind of nervous at that point, because even though it's plasti dip, it's in really small pieces, and I knew it would take me forever to get it off. So I actually painted over it with the lace again, and it turned out fine. You actually can't see it at all. I'm super happy about that. This is after finding out that everybody else that I had seen with the lace design on their lights was using vinyl. So forgive me for being really stupid. But in the same sense, it didn't turn out bad, so I'm not mad. Plus, I guess I'm like one of the first people to do that like that. And I've actually had a couple people hit me up and ask me how I did it, which is funny to me, because you can go and spend $70 and get the vinyls to put on it, or you can go spend $25 and just paint it yourself. It's viewer's choice, I guess. You guys leave it in the comment. Let me know what you think. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. It's just how it goes. I thought about doing it to the front and just making the eyelids for the front lights. But I actually don't know what the laws are on something like that. I don't know if something can be like obscuring your lights in the front. I don't know. This is already like an open target where I live at. They love pulling over people with modified cars, and me being me, with the reputation I have, I really try to avoid the police at any cost. So even though I'm driving something that's modified, I just kind of stay out of their vision. Try not to do anything stupid. That's just me. So I'll show you guys the lights. Let me pull up the garage door real quick. Like I said, it's a beautiful day outside. I actually got the Scottsdale cleaned up yesterday. Pops has actually been talking about trying to come and pick it up, do a little work on it, try to get it good looking. Got Babe's car. So this is the front with the lit. Like I said, the lights are clean. I got the halos and the LEDs. I actually got my VIP tag in today. Just something to kind of bolt up, I guess you would say, until we can get everything else figured out. The bad part is it's green, and I really thought it was going to be black, so that kind of just messed up every thought that I had about it. Something else we got in the mail today. Pretty good little purchase. I can't wait for the rest of it to show up, but this is what we got. We got the box. If you guys know what this is before I open it, go ahead and leave a comment down below and let me know. Alright, let's open this sucker up. Alright, so funny thing about this, I've already opened it. I'm sure you could probably already tell. I actually ordered this separately. The wheel that I ordered, which is this, is kind of a giveaway. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not really worried about keeping my horn. I don't really use it too much. If anybody like kind of ticks me off in traffic, I'm the type that I kind of just like hop out or give them a good bird or something. But using my horn's never been like my first choice. Plus I think these always look better on the steering wheels. I've always been this kind of guy. So this will probably be like what I use more than the horn button. And we got the hub adapter itself. Let's see if I can open it up and show you guys. I got the short hub just because I know most people that order these don't pretty much ever get like steering wheels, aftermarket, anything like that with steering wheels. Always get like quick releases and stuff. So I did too. And I know that when you get the quick releases, it always brings the steering wheel like really close to you. With the steering wheel I got, even though it's like a flatter steering wheel, I still feel like it's going to bring it out pretty good. So I just ended up going with the short base. I do always try to get like the good bases because I've dealt with a bunch of eBay boss kits before, and I always tend to break them. It's always something like I'm sitting still somewhere and I'm trying to just like cock the wheel or something, and where it's just like really soft aluminum, it just instantly cracks. So I went ahead and spent like the $9,500, something like that, to get the actual NRG hub, so I don't have to worry about that. This is a no-name brand. This is just a horn block off. I'm sure anybody could tell. I think it was like 20 bucks, nothing crazy. When you do order these, they do send you like some cool little stickers and some stuff to show off their products, everything like that. So as soon as I get quick release steering wheel, that will be going in. If you guys can guess the steering wheel Leave it down in the comments. Let me know what you think. I can guarantee it's not what you think. But if you think you know, let me know. Okay. So, before I open this door, keep in mind, this is what I meant when you gotta get dirty to get clean. Alright, so this is our interior right now. Forgive the mess. I have been like stripping wires in the car. So let me get down in here and I'll kind of show you guys what I'm working with. Alright, so I've removed the whole center console as of right now. There's shit everywhere. And I've also removed the, center console. Pretty much, like I said, I got a head unit in, planned on putting the head unit in, but this is the head unit that I had gotten. And for some reason, when you plug it up, it just flashes a welcome sign on the screen and it goes away right after that, and it just keeps doing that over and over. But as it's doing that, it's getting extremely hot on the bottoms and on the back, so I don't like to leave it plugged up too long. The thing about it is a cheaper radio. I just got the MP3 one because I really don't know anybody who plays CDs still in their car, in case you're like an old school. I would if I had CDs, but I don't. I literally just like plug my phone up and listen to it, or I'll Bluetooth, whatever the case may be. And that's what this was for. It's literally what it's supposed to do. That's all it's for. Touch screen, you can still play movies. It came with a rear view camera. It was a cheaper radio. I wasn't trying to impress anybody. I was literally just trying to get a little sound back to the speaker so we could have a little music while we were driving around. But literally out of the box, I can say that the packaging that it came in was very non-fragile friendly. It was literally just packaged in the box that it comes in, which is a flimsy box, and that box was inside of like a plastic bag, like a sealed plastic bag. I'm sure anybody who's ever ordered something offline or gotten packages in the mail knows post office people don't give a fuck. So they will throw your shit everywhere. You can like bet 99 out of 100 that shit got thrown at least 50 yards in the travel from where it came from to your house. That's just... So please, people, if you are sending or ordering, I'm talking to both sides here, please make sure it's packaged right. If you're ordering, make sure you're getting something that's packaged right. Contact the sellers, let them know, hey, I want my shit packaged right. Don't send me some flimsy shit, because more than likely it's going to be broken. I should have caught that when I ordered it, because even in the description there was a whole big post about like if something was damaged because of postal, blah 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 blah. Big red sign, didn't pay attention, was just eager to get it here quicker. So stupid on my behalf, don't be me. But yeah, it does not work. Fresh out of the box, plugged it straight up, does not work. So no good. Center console we took apart because it was actually a pretty good rip in the armrest. So I actually went and bought a white and gold shine alligator print fabric and I'm actually going to redo that fabric with the alligator. Not necessarily to try to like look good, just to kind of like, I don't like the hole in the center console, so I'm going to do my best to make it look decent. But my future plans is to order like the bride fabric from somewhere, wherever, and redo it in the bride and just do it like that, because you know, worst case, if not, I just order like one OEM one. but I really kind of like the different fabric when it comes to the armrest. I always think that was kind of cool. So what else did we do? We did wire up everything yesterday, so whenever I do go to get the radio again or another radio, I already have the harnesses and everything. Now, I didn't bypass the amp like I see a lot of people on YouTube doing. Every video that I looked up was people bypassing the amp, and if I have to, I will, but I don't really see why. I have these clips here that just plug into your factory clips, which has always been something that I personally do. I don't really like trying to dial into the factory settings. It's always worked for me, so hopefully it'll work in this situation too. But literally every video I've seen on YouTube with an aftermarket radio installation has always been somebody bypassing the amp. So I guess that's just something that everybody does, or maybe it has to be done, but in this situation I haven't personally done it, and I'm hoping I don't have to do it because I don't want to have to buy more speaker wire. So that is the plan for this. Like I said, the steering wheel will be changed out. I do have a dash mat coming in that I'm going to try to set up there. I don't really want to do anything custom to my dash because it is no cracks. It's very clean. The whole interior for that part is very clean. There's no rips in any of the seats, nothing like that. All of this is actually really good shape. None of the wood has cracks in it, nothing like that. So I think with the steering wheel and a couple of upgrades, I do have flooring coming too. That's why I'm not really worried too bad about the discoloration in there. If I do end up keeping the carpets and stuff in here, I will I will clean them, have them detailed or whatever the case may be. But you guys can kind of see all the stuff that I've torn apart, and it's just kind of sitting here. And this was all yesterday, so yeah. And I guess I can show you guys what's in the trunk also. So forgive me again, in this build I'm not really going to like trying to impress people or like wanting somebody to like overly like my car. I'm literally just doing it because it makes me happy. I like the way that it looks, so I'm not going to spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars on something that I know is not really important to the car. If it's car parts, that's one thing. Always get the best car parts you can. Obviously that pertains to the drivability of your car. But if it's something like materialistic, I wouldn't go out and just spend like the most gnarliest amount of money you can. That's just not me. Never been me. And anybody who has a family or kids, you know, works full time to get what they got, knows spending a lot of money is not easy. And you know, especially when it's just something for a project like this, you know, maybe a kid's birthday, you can go out, your wife's anniversary, you know, whatever the case may be, you know, do that. But when it comes to something like this, don't go all the way out in case you just have the money and time to do so. But we ended up going with just a single 12. We got the box and we put the speaker in yesterday. It's a 1400 Boss. It has pretty good reviews as far as I've seen. Not a bad speaker, which I'm not looking to come by your house and knock the doors down. I'm literally just looking for a little bit of hump as I'm listening to my music, just to hear, you know, I'm sure anybody knows, I'm not trying to be overly chalant. I just want to be casual sound. Like I said, cops around here, they look for shit to nail you on, and sound would definitely be one of those things. That's one of the biggest meets around me is Slammed Enough in Gatlinburg, and those cops eat kids up as soon as they come into town for that. So I'm really trying to stay under the radar here And the sound is one of the things I know is infamous for getting people hemmed up. So yeah, I try to keep my money in my pocket when it comes to the county getting it for me. We did go ahead and go with the 1500 watt Boss amp too. We will probably just end up mounting that on the back of this bad boy, so we can just, you know, keep our space. That is a box with just like some OEM parts that I got with the car. The wiring kit, I've never been a fan of this wiring kit. I'm sorry if anybody does like this. I'm not a fan, just because the wire gauges are so small, and it just seems like when you have bigger gauge wire for any system, it always just sounds better. But I am going to link it up because it came with the amp, so whatever. Like I said, save the money. Don't spend every bit of money you have. Lastly, I guess before we close the video out, a main thing that I'm trying to do is get the car at a good ride height. Right now we're rubbing everything, we're dragging everything. I mean, it's extremely low. Even going off the little lip of my garage is like terrifying almost, because you get stuck. It's being hammered as soon as it even meets it. Big thing I know for sure is the exhaust is catching, so we will have to go and try to have them work on the exhaust a little bit, try to get them figured out. Plus it makes that god-awful squeak when the car is running. Just super annoying. It doesn't look terrible, but it doesn't sound awesome. It doesn't look awesome. So, I mean, the purpose of it in itself is not really doing any justice. So, if we can get that figured out, and the notorious misfire that I think I had I'm pretty sure I brung it up in the last video. We still have the misfire. We've checked our wires, we've checked our plugs, we've checked our oil levels, coolant levels. I've tried to go through sensors. I've checked for, you know, vacuum leaks, and I'm just having the hardest time figuring out what is causing this car to misfire like it is. It's not a terrible misfire, which is weird. It's literally just a single cylinder 2 misfire. That's all the codes are showing me. It's not saying it's a sensor or anything like that, so it kind of leaves you just guessing. But it literally started as soon as I lowered the car. I hadn't even drove the car after I lowered it, and it was already misfiring. So, level ride height, running and driving fine, was driving it back and forth an hour away every day, twice, and it was doing perfectly, great gas mileage, blah, blah, blah. I lowered it, started it just to see like what the ride height was going to feel like, and it was instantly misfiring as soon as I started up. So I don't know what's happened since lowering it that would make it start misfiring, but I'm hoping I can get it tracked down. If not, hoping I can get like a friend or like a mobile mechanic, something like that, to come try to take a look at it. For the simple reason is like I can't really take it anywhere because I don't want to do any more damage. But everything under the hood's clean, man. Everything has been taken care of. The car's in great shape. Other than that, I mean, that's really the only things that we're looking for as far as mechanics. Now, I do have some parts mechanical coming in, like new cam gears. I have a see-through cam gear casing that I'm planning on putting on. I'm going to go ahead and replace my belts when I do the cam gears and stuff, as far as my timing and my serpentine, just to make sure that those are taken care of. I do want to go ahead and do the spark plugs. Even though I did pull them, they looked good. I'm just going to go ahead and put the best plugs in and new wires, just to make sure everything's taken care of and up to date. We will have to do an oil change, which I wish is one of the things I would have done before I lowered the car. But you don't think of that when you're just super hyped about getting it flush and getting your fitment right, blah, blah, blah. aluminum pulleys. Sorry, tongue twister for you. I do have aluminum colored pulleys coming in that I'm kind of excited about, along with banners, stickers, a bunch of like other cosmetic stuff that doesn't really pertain to like the running or driving ability, just like looks mainly. But like I said, we do have a bunch of parts coming in. Just stick with me. Like I said, I will be getting you guys in closer as I'm doing things and try to get you guys more involved. Like I said, just stick with me. I will do it, I promise. I'm actually trying to look into like a tri stand, so I can try to like sit you guys down and you guys actually be able to see without me trying to hold, because it is kind of hard to work on it at the same time as you're trying to like film it and show. Like I said, we do still have to do a bunch of things with the ride height to try to get the ride height right. But as of right now, it's looking good. It's still running really good, even though it does have a misfire. Like I said, just stay tuned. We do have a bunch of new parts coming in, and super excited. Can't wait to get those on. I wish I had more in today, because like I said, it's beautiful outside. Even though it's hot, feels good. The kids are going to be outside playing today, so it would have been a perfect time to do so. But you know, we can't pick when they come, and everything I ordered was fast shipping too. So like I said, just stick around. We'll make everything really pleasant to watch in the future. Like I said, I'm sorry that I haven't been posting those build videos that I should be, but I will be. Another thing, we do have to get a stud and replace that, so I will go get one maybe today, since I don't have anything else to do apparently. And that might be one of the first things we do, because we do have to still work on the ride height. So as we got the wheel off and everything, we can kind of adjust the coilovers and try to get them where we need them to. But yeah, thank you guys for sticking around, watching the videos, subscribing. Be sure to hit that like button, share. I appreciate all you guys' questions, all you guys watching, all you guys staying true and loyal. I do really appreciate it. I do it for you guys. I know I'm not the best at it, but I will try my best. I do try to give it my all when it comes to a build. Anybody that knows me knows that. So as long as you guys stay tuned, you keep watching the videos, I'm sure that you'll like the outcome. And I will be local and going to events, so you guys will be able to see the car in person if you want. I will try to keep you guys updated on events and meets and stuff like that I will be at. Like I said, there's a lot that I'm trying to make, and there's a lot that I know that is kind of pushing it, but I will try. But I always will keep you guys updated if I am for sure going to be there. Try to bring the kids out, have like a lot of fun with the other guys. Like I said, a bunch of my friends have families too. So like I said, thank you guys for watching my videos. Like, share, and subscribe, and tune in next time. Thank you.
Success, I just wanna be the best, and I could ever be just the very best of me.